that too. So if you have the program, you respond in the proper place. In the name of God, the author and the source of all life, we gather to honor the life of the one we have loved.
Heal our minds, O God.
We come to remember to express our profound gratefulness for having shared in his life.
Heal our hearts, O God.
We come to receive comfort and healing in our sorrow.
Heal our spirits, O God.
We come to receive a renewal of our faith and hope.
Heal our lives, O God.
Bless us in this hour, Lord, as we worship you, as we remember our loved one. We come as we are able, both willing and hasty, both broken and empty, both with thanksgiving and with anger, both with faith and with doubt. Accept us as we are, and renew us with unfailing and everlasting love. Amen. Amen. So the reason for our gathering today is to honor the life of Carmine. So it is with deepest meaning that we give tribute to this marvelous man. There are things which we are thankful behind my words could express. We are grateful for the family that he leaves behind. We are grateful for the many friends that he had. We are grateful for the love that he had for his grandchildren and for the chance that he had to see them mature. And most of all, we are grateful for the heavenly home to which he has gone, waiting for us when our task in this life is finished. He is not dead and nor cease to be. He has just gone to another place, another room. Death is like the ship sailing away towards the horizon. There is a moment when it disappears from our view. Just because we cannot see it anymore, it doesn't mean that it does not exist. You see, on one side one says goodbye, but on the other side the Lord says, welcome home. Sorrow and grief are not easy things to face. We would avoid them if we could. But we know that even Jesus wept at times. But sorrow and grief still force us to examine life from a different perspective. Sorrow will make us either bitter or better. We need to be attentive to what God wants to teach us for difficult times, things that He not be able to teach us at any other times. And distance is not how far we are from one another. Distance only exists when we forget about someone who was once part of our life. So in 1934, the United States Great Smoky Mountain National Park is founded. Also for those that follow baseball, in 1934, the World Series of St. Louis Cardinals over the Detroit Tigers, and one more. And also in 1934, the cost of gasoline was only 10 cents.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, in heaven, God was concentrating on sending us a gift down to the earth. And every now and then, that decides that something extra special to the family of humanity. And it wraps up in a little package that we know as this little boy. And this little boy's group was called Carmine. And on July 20, 1934, he landed from heaven at a place we know as Hillside, New Jersey. Carmine was the work of God's creation, and as beautiful as God created him to be, he has returned to his Creator. He now stands before God to give an account for the life that he lived, as we almost one day give an account for almost appear before God to death. The Bible tells us there is a season and a time for everything under the sun. A time to laugh, a time to cry, a time to hope, a time to give up, a time for joy, a time for pain, a time to be born, and a time to die. The one experience that has come to us all is death. And it is as common and as natural as all other things under the sun. We all have a certain number of days to live, and our joy and our struggles are different. But at the end, we all come to the place that is called death. And from that point, we look back and see what happened during our life. Who was this person that the world knew as Carmine Romanico? When God sent Carmine into the world, he sent the world a gift. So I'm going to give you a little synopsis about his life. Not much. I know he's a great, great man. Carmine was born on July 20, 1934, to the late James and Pasqualina Romanico. He grew up in Hillside, New Jersey. Carmine was predeceased by his brothers, Salvatore, James, Joseph, and his sister, Rosemarie. We're here today to celebrate Carmine's life. As we all know, no matter what generations we're in, Life is a road of hills and valleys that challenges us. Carmine successfully navigated this road with much wisdom and strength. Carmine married the love of his life, Marlene. He is survived by 5 children: Gary, Rick, Ron and his wife Stacy, Vicki, Lee, and her husband Blake, and Douglas and his wife Sue. His grandchildren: Colby, Samantha, Aliana, and her husband Chase, Braden, and Avery, and his great-grandchildren, Mylan and Mason. I hope I pronounced it right. God sends everybody into the world with a gift to offer to the rest of humanity. Carmine was a man who loved life itself. He had a tremendous love for his family, and he appreciated the love that his family had for him. Carmine served in the United States Army and then worked his entire life for Western Electric. When he was asked what his greatest accomplishment was, hands down, he would say children and grandchildren. Life is full of little steps that, where consistently well executed, lead slowly and unexpectedly to great endings. Carmine loved spending time with his family, his time on the boat, nights at the racetrack, bowling, the League 5, gardening, family, and cruises, as well as 4 decades spent with Marlene. You will be defined not only for what you achieve in life, but how you carry it off. Well done is better than well said. The only thing that we can take out of this world is what we have given away. So that is how Jesus says lay up our treasures in heaven. And if we have not loved and have not given, and not living has been in vain. True riches are not measured by the amount of wealth one accumulates and leaves behind, but rather by the amount of love that is left in the hearts of others when we leave this life behind. Life is about relationships, not accomplishments. Carmine passed on Sunday, September 10, 2023. A wise man once said, what you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but what you are woven into the lives of others. Carmine left behind many beautiful tapestry of a life well lived. Death leaves a heartache no one can heal. Love leaves a memory no one can steal. Carmine was loved by everyone who knew him well. He was the most generous man, always thinking of everyone else before himself. Carmine's life was a legacy to all who knew him. He loved to make life fun. He had so much good on the inside that the good seems to flow out of him unto every life he touched. Carmine lived his life in service to others with faith, humility, and determination. He inspired everyone he came in contact with. So to summarize Carmine's life and character with one word image, here are some of the words I came up with. He was caring, giving, athletic, determined, courageous, loving, honest, respectful, kind, and sweethearted. So you see, it's never easy to say goodbye to someone that you love and care. God shares in our suffering and grief that the Lord knows the loss that you feel. Jesus himself cried with Mary and Martha in the loss of their brother. But at the same time, God gives us special hope in moments like this. For God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in time of trouble. Jesus also said, let not your heart be troubled. Do you believe in God, then believe also in me. Now some ask, if God is loving, why is there death? But I see this because God is loving, there is death. Can you imagine what a burden it will be to have to live life forever the way we know it here on earth? What it would be like forever to have pains in our body, unforgiveness in our hearts, bitterness in our soul, or to be stuck at the bottom of poverty forever? God has seen all the evil and the madness that goes into this world. And God has determined that at some point that must stop. And that point is death. But we want to think that all of us are entitled to a certain number of days, weeks, months, and years. We all expect to die in old age, but there's no such entitlement to a specific number of days found in the scripture. For the Bible encourages in Psalm 90, says, teach us the number of days right, that we may get a heart of wisdom. You know, sometimes our days can be so full and busy, that we forget how fragile life really is. It can be easy to allow little things to creep in and steal our peace and our joy. Something doesn't go away, or someone says something upsetting. Even traffic can cause us to lose focus if we let it. We have to remember that each day is a gift. If we choose to focus on what's wrong, we'll miss the beauty that each day has to offer. So I encourage you today, don't let the precious moment of time pass by. Don't wait for the holidays and birthdays to show people that you care. Remember, each day is unique and irreplaceable. You have been given time that can be invested or wasted, hours that can be used or misused. That's why the psalmist prayed to God, teach us to number days. He was saying, teach us to value every moment that we've been given. As you daily keep a proper perspective, you gain a heart of wisdom, you grow closer to God and experience the full blessing He has for you each and every day. Did you know that the Bible teaches that while you were in your mother's womb, God has something special in mind for you? Did you know that most of us never get around to discover how precious we are in the eyes of God? We're not precious because we're so good. We are precious because of what God knows that He can make out of us. For all of us were made in the image of God, but not all of us discover the benefits that come from being made in God's image. The scripture tells us in John 3:16 and 17, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in Him shall not perish, but have eternal life. For God did not send His Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through Him. Death is never the end for those who die.